Hi everyone, coming at you a little bit different today, and what I'm going to be sharing with you is Overdrive. And what Overdrive is, it is an app and it's also a web-based site that you can borrow ebooks, audiobooks, and movies from the library. So I showed you Libby in the past. It is kind of the sister app to Overdrive. Overdrive owns Libby, but a lot of people are still using Libby, and it is still available for everyone. So I wanted to share it with you, so you would know a different way to be able to check out these different things that are free services from the library. So the very first thing that I want to show you, I have on the right-hand side the portable devices and apps that Overdrive is compatible with. As you can see, there's a nice list of them. You can download the app to these devices and be able to use it to read the content from the library. If you're using a Windows 8 or newer computer, you can also install that app on the computer. If you're using Windows 7 and older, you will have to use overdrive.com, which is the actual website for it. For this presentation, I'm going to be using directly from overdrive.com so you can see what it looks like. But the app is very comparable to what I'm going to be showing you within the website. So how do you find Overdrive? If you go to the library website, up there at the top, it's salem.lib.oh.us. That will take you to the Salem Library website. As you can see where my first arrow is pointed there, this is a screenshot across the top of the website. And if you click on materials here, this will open up a new tab and it will give you this pop down menu right over here. It'll be on the left-hand side. And what you can do there is if you scroll down, you'll see Overdrive and Hoopla. If you just click on Overdrive, it will take you to the Overdrive website. And Overdrive uses the Ohio Digital Library. And this is the screen that it will take you to once you click on it. You have the ability to sign up for a new card if you want one. If you already have one, basically all you're going to do is sign in with your library card. You need to select your library first, which is the Salem Public Library. There's that drop down that you can use to get it. And then you're going to put in your library card number and the PIN. And the PIN can be whatever number you want. Just remember what it is. And then click sign in. So I'm going to take you over to the website that is the actual website of Overdrive. And this is what it'll look like when you first get in. As you can see at the top, the Ohio Digital Library is where all the resources are pulled from. And this changes, I'm not sure how often, but it changes. And what it is these are just featured titles of things that you can borrow to your app or through Overdrive. If you scroll down, of course, there is an advertisement for Libby. And if you're interested in Libby, it is on the Facebook page here. A little further down, you can look for the Libby if you're interested in that one also. But this is kind of what it looks like, the main screen. And it gives you all these different titles. And they're just kind of suggestions based off of different things. So as you can see, they're listed, and there's magazines, some poetry, and these are just suggestive things for you to look at or read through Overdrive. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to work my way across the top here and explain to you what they are and just give you a look at so you can see what they look like. So the first thing is the subject. So if you click that, what it does is you can see it has 194,000 titles. It breaks it down by, first I have it on all formats, but it'll break it down by fiction and then the different types of categories. As you can see as I'm going over it, it'll tell you how many are in each category. Like poetry has 593, humor fiction has 3,362. So it breaks them down that way, and then also gives you nonfictions, juvenile fiction, juvenile nonfiction, young adult fiction, young adult nonfiction, magazines, and videos. So there's lots and lots of choices for you to choose from. You can also look at the ebooks, and this will only list ebooks, the ones, of course, that you can listen to that you don't have to read, and it breaks it down the same way. I'm sorry, so that you have to read, not listen to. I'm sorry about that. And then your audiobooks are what you listen to, and it breaks it down that way. And then it also has magazines and then videos. So as you can see, you can do your search that way by subjects if you choose to. The other option is if you go over here to collections and you click it, it gives you this nice pop down little menu, and it's got special ebooks, audiobooks, videos, and magazines also. And it just basically breaks it down a different way. And one nice thing is things that are available now, if they're available to be checked out, you can get them immediately. New ebooks, kids, teens, and then it breaks it down that way. So it's very nice how it's broken down this way. If there's something specific that you're looking for as far as that goes, it'll be a little bit easier searching rather than searching the category. So that's what those ones look like. And then they also have the option of Kindle Books. Now, I'll show you when I get to my settings, but if you have Kindle and you want to download to your Kindle, you can turn the category on that says just Kindle Books also, and it will show you books that are just available with Kindle that way. As you can see down the left-hand side, it shows you those that are available now, coming soon, recommended, and then audience types, and then the date added, and then ebooks, and it tells you which way you can read them too. It has Overdrive read along, and it's got the different kind of publication books, PDF, open PDF ebooks. So it tells you the types. And then you can break it down by language. You can break it down by interest level, ATOS levels, Lexile measures, and text difficulty. So it does have a lot of filters that you can change here to be able to get the books exactly the way you want it. They also have the do-it-yourself, which is kind of neat. It's got a lot of different things that you can do at home. Since a lot of people are stuck at home, it's nice to have the do-it-yourself, maybe gardening or fitness or making your spaces better. But it's nice that they have that. And one very nice thing about this is if you're looking across the top here, it will say available if they're not checked out. And they will also say borrow here if they're not checked out. So if they're checked out, I'll show you here in just a second what that looks like. So you also have the option to go to search, which here's your search, and you can just type in whatever you want to put in there. Goldilocks and the Three Bears is what I want to put in. So say, okay, so they don't have any available for me to see right now in this library. So let's find something else. Let's find, I say I want a book on, say I want the Diary of a Wimpy Kid book. And you can see here, this is where I was showing you earlier, these ones are available, the ones that say available, and this one is a wait list. That means that I need to get on a list to be able to check this out. This one is an ebook, and this one is an audiobook, and it will say that right on these, which is nice to do that. So say I wanted this book. If I wanted to place a hold, I'd have to click that and put my email in here, and then it will and place a hold. Then it will tell me when it's available for me to be able to download and view. But say I decide, oh, you know what, I don't need to wait for this one. I want this one. This is an audiobook. All I have to do is click on it. It tells you all the information about the book itself, and the areas, the formats also that you can listen to it. If I want to borrow it, I'll just click borrow, and then it'll pop up and I'll click borrow again, and then it's downloaded. So I have options here. I can download it and listen to it, or I can listen to it in my browser, depending on how I want to do it. So you have some options on several different ones. You can even listen to a sample of it You could add it to your wish list. Say you're like, well, I have another book I want to read now, but I'm interested in this to come back to. So you could click add it to your wish list and be able to check it later, which I'm going to do that so I can show you what it looks like. So I want to see what things I have on loan. I'm going to go to my loans, and these are some different things I have out on loans. As you can see, what's very nice is it tells you how many days it takes for it to that it'll be expired. So I have 3 weeks for these 3 books. Well, one's a magazine and 2 books. And you can see they're all different types. And what that is one nice thing about it. This is an audiobook, and I can see that I can download it as an MP3 audiobook, or I can listen to my browser. This one is a magazine, and you can see it right here, and I can read that in my browser. And this one here is a Kindle, so I can read it now with my Kindle. But say you're like, oh, I don't know that I want to do that. A lot of times, if you have this button that says having trouble, you can click it, and it'll allow you to automatically read it in your browser then. So you could read it in your browser as long as you're connected to the internet to be able to read those. So if you're finished with your book and you're ready to return it early, you can just click the return button, return button, and click return title, and it will send it back. If you forget about it, it will automatically send it back for you. So that's a very nice feature that it's built in. You do have a notification button here. So the notification, which is the bell, what it will do, it will say if you have, say you had a book on hold, and when that hold comes in, you'll get a notification here saying that your book is available and ready for you to read. And then this stack of books here, this is my loans, and this shows me what books I have out. And then beside it is my account. And there are some good things here. If you click that, it'll open up. And so the first one, of course, is your loans. That's what I have open now. And then it has the next one are your holds. So if I had put some books on hold, it would be here. If I had some books on my wish list, it would be here. Remember the one I put on there earlier? And then it'll even show you what's available now. You can see all the titles, and if there's some available now, it will come up. As you can see here, you can have 5,000 titles on your list. That's a lot. And you can have 10 books checked out at a time. There are also rated titles, something that you rated. Maybe it's a certain type of book that you really liked, and you're like, I want to read more books like that. You can rate them. And then recommendations are also, after you've read some, it might give you a recommendation saying there's other books available that are similar to what you have. And then if you go to the history, it will show you the history of books that you have checked out in the past. It will show you the book, the type of book, the rating of the book. It will show you when you checked it out. And then if you have these 3 little dots, it will give you more information. You can see, you can listen to a sample if it's an audiobook. You can view the details of the book. You can view the series. You can remove it from your history, and you could like it. So it gives you those 3 little dots give you more things to look at. And your date also, you can go up here and you can search by title or author if you want more specific details about information of things that you've checked out in the past. And your settings, and this is nice. So if you forget, this is a great thing to go to is your settings, and it's under your account. If you go to lending periods, it reminds you the lending period for each format that you check out. So if you have an ebook, you have 21 days, an audiobook, 21 days, a video, you can choose 3, 5, or 7, magazines, 7, 14, or 21. Now it says here certain titles may have lending periods that can't be changed, and that may very well be, but so if I click here, I can change the lending period time that I have them out also. So you can manually change that unless it's something specific that you can't. Audience type, if you want to change it to content, certain kind of content, mine's just set on all audiences. You can change it to other things too while you're searching. Also, I have the Kindle preference selected, and the reason because I have a Kindle. If you don't have a Kindle and you don't plan on using it, you can unclick that, and that way no Kindles you don't have to have Kindle available, and I'll just show you the other ones. And you can even turn on a dyslexic font and then high contrast, however you want to do as far as your settings for use, excuse me, using Overdrive. So that's kind of a great overview. And like I said, there's so many things that are available, so many titles, so many videos, so many audio. So check it out. If you haven't used Overdrive, you're missing out because there's lots and lots of resources available here for you to use through the library, and they're free. And that's the best part about it. So I hope you use Overdrive and check it out, and check out some books. Read a little bit, learn something new. I hope everyone is doing well, and I will see you soon. Thanks.